we've had other guys during this tournament stretch here that have stepped up and scored for us as well. Keaton Dempsey had a couple big games last week, and Drew Ashelman has been in double figures about every time out here. So, it was Jackson Eli the other night, and we count on those guys to lead us, but we have other guys capable of scoring as well.
Now, last time you took on Marshall, it was a 69-43 win where you kind of broke away right before the halftime break in that win in enemy territory, which was just under a month ago. What were your Pointers able to do to pick up a win in that one the way that you did?
I thought we played really well defensively, and I just think at this time of the year that's a big key. We need to make sure defensively everybody is locked in, and we use our length to our advantage.
All right, now for Russell Law Office's injury report, are there any new injuries to report before your game here against Marshall tonight?
No, we should have everybody dressed and ready to go.
All right, last question. You've got a familiar opponent at a neutral site, but with much higher stakes this time. What will it take to pick up a win here with a sectional championship against the Marshall Cardinals from Verona?
Obviously at this point, it's two good teams, and we just tell our guys all the time we need to continue to be who we are, and that means that it starts on the defensive end, we got to rebound, and we got to share the ball offensively, and our message really doesn't change.
All right, in tonight's sectional championship, it's Marshall and Mineral Point. We would like to thank Coach Dan Burrison for joining us on the Rally Cheese pregame show. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Matthew.
Once again, that's Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers. We'll wrap up the Rally Cheese pregame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than winning a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since 1965. The award recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Culligan has been in the water softening business for over 80 years, and only the Culligan man can perform a 10-point inspection on any brand water softener. Call your local Culligan man today or go to CulliganofSouthwestWisconsin.com to get an inspect and check for only $39.99. Kramer's Water Store in Lancaster invites you to the annual Queen Bee Radio Home Outdoor and Ag Show, March 22nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Lancaster. Sign up to win tickets to see Tim McGraw at the Field of Dreams and get a head start on your spring projects. Pregame 3.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, approaching tip-off here between Marshall and Mineral Point. I think we are live on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel now. It took a major miracle, but I think we're good to go. Back to our regularly scheduled programming, though. Thank you to Coaches Weefel and Burrison for their time in our pregame interviews and those interviews. You heard the Russell Law Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com and the Shoebox Scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest. We already got you the Bondwell and Prairie School scores. 56-44 and 61-58 wins, respectively, to punch their ticket to state. Cumberland and Aquinas playing right now at Eau Claire North, and this one here as well. Now for our starting lineup, presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's Complete Hygiene line for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. The Cardinal starting a 6'3" junior forward, number 0, Brady Kleinheis. A 5'10" senior guard, number 3, Kenyon Miggins. A 5'9" senior guard, number 22, Teseo Rutleas. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 24, Jalen Miggins, and a 6'3" senior guard, number 32, Daniel Nickel. And for Mineral Point, starting a 6'5" senior guard, number 5, Jackson Wenhausen, a 6'5" senior guard, number 10, Eli Lindsay, a 6'3" junior guard, number 11, Drew Ashelman, a 6'2" senior guard, number 12, Tucker Dannenberg, and a 6'4" senior center, number 32, Jacob Phillips. Our colors of the game presented by by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Marshall in their road blacks. Marshall across the chest on the Under Armours in white and a script font. Mineral Point in their home whites, baby blue and royal blue on the Nike uniforms. For the Pointers, our game tonight brought to you by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesInc.com. Mount City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Remember, FDIC and equal housing lender and Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. It's the First Supply, first half after this on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game one.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Turn your backyard into the ultimate destination with a new Bullfrog Spa from Mass Water Technology. During Mass Spring Hot Tub Sale, get a free luxury package upgrade or instant rebate of up to $1,000 on select Bullfrog Spas through March 24th. Mass luxury upgrade adds high-end features that elevate your already premium spa. Plus, Bullfrog Spa's exclusive jetpack therapy system lets everyone customize their massage for a personalized experience that makes every gathering more special. Visit Mass Water Technology in Platteville and Dubuque before their spring sale ends March 24th. Bullfrog Spas. Peaceful body, peaceful mind, peaceful home.
In game one.
The national anthem live tonight at Verona High School. Just about ready to get set on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and WGLR mobile app as well. We're playing for a sectional championship here between Mineral Point and Marshall. We are brought to you tonight by Southwest Health, over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. Brian Steffes Construction is your local WIC building dealer, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put WIC Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. Eggers Enterprise in Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. Farmers Implement in Mineral Point proudly supports the Mineral Point Pointer basketball team, and Farmers Implement Farmers in Mineral Point service has been a tradition for 40 years. Upland Hills Health and Clinics, celebrating 50 years of trusted care and timeless compassion. Good luck, Pointers. Burnham Lumber Rui, see Burnham Lumber for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential projects. Burnham Lumber Rui and Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, and mold prevention. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Dickeyville. Mineral Point bringing out their starting lineups here as we get set to go from Verona. We're brought to you today by Ivy's Construction Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction Incorporated is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction Mineral Point and Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering your audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. It's go time here from Verona. Mineral Point and Marshall playing for a trip to Madison. Eli Lindsay to take the tip for Mineral Point. Brady Kleinheis will meet him at the Verona paw print in the middle to get us started. Official blows the whistle, ball in the air, and the tip is won by Eli Lindsay and the Pointers. Mineral Point working to the far side of the court as we see it from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lindsay kicks to Ashelman here. Now back over to Wenhausen in the far corner. Wenhausen over to Ashelman. Ashelman kicks to Lindsay. Lindsay, three, no good. Rebounded there by Tucker Dannenberg. Ashelman, he'll fire for three up top. That one off the mark. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Daniel Nickel. It'll stay with Mineral Point. Schneidl's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidl's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Ashelman, got to get this one in. He'll go to Lindsay. 30 seconds gone. Pointers looking for the first make. Ashelman tries a three from the corner, and it's online. Drew Ashelman with the three to open it up for Mineral Point, and it's 3-0 Pointers. On the other end for the Cardinal, Ruelas over here to Klein Heis, into the hands of Lindsay. Mineral Point steals this one away. As Coach Weifel talked about, Marshall struggled with Mineral Point's defense, the height that they bring. Dannenberg to his right, over to Lindsay. Wenhausen, catch and shoot three in the air from the corner, too strong. Rebound up for grabs, and we'll have a held ball. Possession arrow will give it to the Marshall Cardinal. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health, starts here. Kenyon Miggins will take it up for the Cardinal. He goes over here to Jalen Miggins. And stolen away by Mineral Point again. That's two turnovers for Marshall. Back the other way. Lindsay, Wenhausen, three ball, got it. Jackson Wenhausen with his first triple on the night to make it 6-0 Mineral Point with 16 and a half to go in the first supply, first half. Here's Kenyon Miggins on the wing, and we'll have a kick ball on Phillips. Nonetheless, that disrupts play. Marshall the inbound from right in front of the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. It'll be Daniel Nickel, the senior guard, to get this one in. Goes here to Jalen Miggins. Three ball here, short by Nickel. Lindsay with the board. 6-0 Mineral Point. Wenhausen directing offense. Met at the half court by Jalen Miggins. Now over to Lindsay. Ashelman at the top of the arc. Tight pressure there. Over to Lindsay in the corner. Head fakes back to Ashelman. Ashelman guarded by Ruelas. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay going to try the baseline. Nothing earned there. Lindsay short. Grabs his own miss. Put back. Won't go. Rebounded by Kleinheins. Good defense there by Kleinheins to disrupt Lindsay. Back the other way. Miggins tries the baseline. Jay, and it rattles home the first bucket of the night for the sophomore, Jalen Miggins. 6-2 Mineral Point. Back the other way. Dannenberg in the near corner. Kicks to Lindsay. He'll try a corner three. That's good for Lindsay. It's 3 threes for Mineral Point to start us off. And they've got a 9-2 lead. On the other end, Miggins loses it and will get a foul on Marshall. We'll get you who that foul is on for the Cardinal. That's on Brady Kleinheis. His first on the Cardinal. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. 9-2 Mineral Point. Right around 3 minutes gone in the first supply, first half. Wenhausen, he'll try another corner three. That one airmailed too strong. Dannenberg, offensive rebound, putback won't go. And the rebound goes to Kenyon Miggins. The foul there will be tacked on to Jacob Phillips. Russell Law Offices, here to assist you as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin. Russell Law Offices in Ritchie's Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesInc.com. Back the other way in the corner, Nickel will try the three. That one in and out, no good. Phillips secures the board. He kicks to Ashelman. Pointers call out their play. Wenhausen on the other side. Mineral Point with a 9-2 lead. Phillips on the near side wing beyond the arc over to Ashelman. Now Lindsay. Back to Ashelman. He'll fire the deep three, and it's good! Another one for Drew Ashelman, and a timeout on the floor from Coach Zwiefel. And the Cardinal, 12-2 Mineral Point at our first break with 14:21 to go in the first supply, first half. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Burnham Lumber Rui. See Burnham Lumber for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential projects. Burnham Lumber Rui. Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam installation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Dickeyville and Upland Hills Health and Clinics. Celebrating 50 years of trusted care and timeless compassion. Good luck, Pointers. We'd like to congratulate our two area teams at the state girls basketball tournament on their performance today. The Barneveld Golden Eagles and the Cuba City Cubans, both such storied programs. It's silver for Barneveld this year. They came close against Assumption, and gold for Cuba City, who stuck out a win against St. Mary's Catholic. On the other end, inside, that shot blocked by Lindsay. Ruelas falling down, couldn't get a clean look. Mineral Point going the other way. Ashelman into Lindsay here, trying to back down the defender. He kicks out to Dempsey. Dempsey drives the baseline, attacks the glass, but can't find two. Rebounded by Daniel Nickel. Back the other way, Kenyon Miggins, a baseline J. That one off the mark. Lindsay rips down the board. Still 12-2 Mineral Point, 13:40 in the first supply, first half. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. Lindsay goes over to Wenhausen. Back to Lindsay. Deep three. Up. No good. Ashelman flies in for the rebound. Wenhausen will drive, and he's fouled on his way to the hoop. Schneidels Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidels Heating and Cooling and Bloomington. Also brought to you by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Back to the action here. Ashelman works to his right, into the lane, elevates, can't get the two. Potterton boards it, out to Dempsey. Wenhausen, three from the wing, is good! It's raining threes for Mineral Point. Their fifth made three-pointer of the night, and it's 15-2. Back the other way, Miggins into contact. Shot won't fall. Dempsey with the board. Just under 13 to go in the first supply, first half. 15-2, Mineral Point. Ashelman over to Lindsay. Now Dempsey in the near corner. Pressure comes from Nickel. He'll go back to Lindsay. Ashelman, he'll try the three. No good, too strong. Coming back the other way, Jalen Miggins. He's got the lone made two for the Cardinal. He'll work it into the lane and will get a foul. But a walk before that, the call overruled. It'll be Mineral Point basketball. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. Ashelman works to his right, into the lane with the right hand. Can't get it to go off the glass. Rebound pulled in by Carson Connolly. Back the other way, Kenyon Miggins to the corner. Three ball for Klein-Hines is good. And there's the second made shot of the night for the Cardinal. The first from beyond the arc, and it's 15-5 Mineral Point. 6 minutes gone here in the first supply, first half. Into the lane. Potterton elevates, can't get the two with the left hand. Rebounded by Klein-Hines. Klein-Hines comes back the other way, leads for Temple. Now over in the corner to Conley. Conley to Jalen Miggins. Back up top to Kenyon Miggins. Mineral Point in a 1-3-1 zone look. Kenyon Miggins on the near side wing with 11.5 to play. Kicks over here to Temple. Now on the baseline. That shot blocked by Potterton, but a foul comes in late. And that'll send Brady Klein-Hines to the line for two. Brian Steffes Construction is your local Wick building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put Wick Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. First one good by Klein-Hines. 15-6. Mineral Point after that one. He'll get one more. Second free throw for Klein-Hines is good. He's got 5 of the Cardinal 7 to make it 15-7 Mineral Point. Ashelman up the floor. He leaves for Wenhausen. Back to Ashelman in the far corner. Potterton. Wenhausen, Lindsay. Inside. Wants to take it himself. And it's poked out of bounds by Klein-Hines. Will keep it with blue and white. Eggers Enterprise in Mineral Point, specializing in residential, commercial, landscaping, and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the Weber Facebook and call Lane today. Lindsay, baseline kicks here to Ashelman on the near side wing. He's got it beyond the arc. He'll go to Dempsey in the corner. Dempsey into the lane, steps through, and is fouled. That foul is going to go on Max Temple, his first, and free throws on the way for Keaton Dempsey. Farmers Implement Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer basketball. At Farmers Implement Mineral Point, service has been a tradition for over 40 years. They have what you need to get the job done. Dempsey's first is up and good. Dempsey, a real difference maker, off the bench for Mineral Point. One more free throw on the way. Second one, good as well. 2 for 2 for Dempsey to make it 16, now 17-7, Mineral Point, leading Marshall, 10:50 to go, first half. Kenyon Miggins up top, goes between the legs and backs it out. Lindsay at the top of this 1-3-1. Back to Jalen Miggins. Now cross court to Carson Conley. Miggins up top. Cardinal passing around this defense. Miggins goes inside over to the corner. Conley tries a 3, short. Rebound, won by the Cardinal. Jalen Miggins on the far side baseline, goes out to Temple. Back to Miggins, now Temple goes to Kenyon Miggins. He'll dump here to the corner, now into the lane. Pass right into the hands of Wenhausen. Another Cardinal turnover forced by the Pointer defense. Lindsay takes it up for the Pointers. 10 minutes to go. First half, 17-7 Pointers. Double comes on Dempsey. Gets it away to Lindsay. Potterton inside, tripled, and a held ball will keep it with Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction Incorporated is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. We're brought to you tonight by McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew, McNett Electric, are on call and ready to assist you with all your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont. 3 ball, no good there for Mineral Point. Back the other way come the Cardinal. Quick pull-up. Jay there is good. Jalen Miggins with his second one of the like tonight to make it 17-9 Mineral Point. Ashelman almost stolen away. That one out of bounds. Last touch by Miggins. It'll stay on this end with the Pointers. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. Be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. And Claire Bank, with a great convenient location in Southwest Wisconsin, is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Inbound goes to Lindsay in the corner. Wenhausen, space on the baseline, gets the 2 to go. Wenhausen with 8 for Mineral Point to make it 19-9 Pointers. Back the other way. Up top here, Ruelas. Now over to the corner to Connolly. He works it up top to Ruelas. Kenyon Miggins on the wing. Tries to work it inside. Extra pass stolen away by Dempsey. Mineral Point doing a great job of closing these passing lanes here. Lindsay near the free throw line. Wenhausen, open 3 is good. You can't leave Jackson Wenhausen open from deep, and it's a timeout for Coach Zwiefel and the Cardinal. 22-9. Mineral Point leads it with 8:44 in the first supply, first half. TC Networks of Platteville, from IT consulting to security cameras, door access control, and more. Learn about how they can help you at tcnetworks.com. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Gingery and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. First Supply at Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Carver's Hardwood Flooring for hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only natural wood flooring association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. And Donnie's Tire Call the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. 568-3014. You're on for excellent car care as Donnie's Tire brought to you by Richie Implement Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Back to the action here, 8.5 to go. First Supply, first half, 22-9. Mineral Point Ruelas in the far corner. Trying to find a spot to go with this ball. Gets it to Conley in the corner. He'll go back to Ruelas. That one off the hands of Lindsay, out of bounds. We'll keep it with Marshall. Mound City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. 8:20 here. 22-9, Mineral Point. In the corner, Nickel trying to slice through the Pointer defense, and we'll get a foul on the Pointers. That is going to go on Keaton Dempsey, his first. Third on the team, 3 on both teams after that one. Nickel to inbound it here from under the Cardinals hoop. Inbound here goes to Conley. Conley kicks to Ruelas. Now Kenyon Miggins tries to go to work on Dempsey. He'll go back out. 3 ball on the way from Ruelas. That one no good. Rebounded by Phillips. Back the other way. Lindsay into the lane with force. Leaves it short. Cardinal going the other way. Nice find. And Ruelas will go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be foul number 2 on Jacob Phillips. Richie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Also brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. First free throw for Ruelas up and no good off the back iron. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point congratulating the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season for tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics. Visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center in Mineral Point. Ruelas, good on the second. Gets 1 of 2, 22-10 Mineral Point. 7:45 to go in the First Supply first half. Ashelman on the far wing. Gets a screen from Lindsay. Goes over to Wenhausen. Wenhausen goes into the lane. Quick pull-up. Jay is good. Wenhausen heating up. He's got 13 of Mineral Point's 24. And it's a 24-10 lead for the Pointers. Kenyon Miggins loses it. Wenhausen going to run out of bounds with the ball. It'll stay with Marshall on this end. Upland Hills Health and Clinic celebrating 50 years of trusted care and timeless compassion. Good luck, Pointers. Inbound here goes to Kenyon Miggins. He's been held scoreless to this point tonight. Kicks over here to Jalen Miggins. Now back to Ruelas. Over to Miggins. Now Nickel. Klein-Hines in the corner. He leads the Cardinal with 5 points, half of their 10. Now over to Ruelas. Nickel will reset back up top. Marshall just not finding a shot they want. Now the Mineral Point side starts to make some more noise. We'll get a corner 3 here from Ruelas. That one too strong. Lindsay tracks down the rebound. Ashelman back the other way in a 14-point lead. Lindsay goes over to Wenhausen. He'll try the catch and shoot 3, and it's good! Jackson Wenhausen, are you out of your mind? 16 first half points for Wenhausen. And we'll get a blocking foul on Ashelman. That's his first. It'll be the 4th on the team, and we'll get a timeout by Coach Burrison, and the Pointers will take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, WGLR.com, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Have you ever wanted to shake hands with an octopus, ready to step back in time aboard a historic steam dredge boat? These unforgettable experiences and more are waiting for you at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in Dubuque. Dive right in for family fun with hands-on exhibits across the 14-acre campus, enjoy a thrilling 4D movie, or get up close with nature during a daily creature feature. And you won't want to miss the incredible exhibit, Ice Dinosaurs, The Lost World of the Alaskan Arctic, coming to the River Museum this summer. Adventure awaits. Make plans today at rivermuseum.org.
In Game 2.
Back on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. About 12 minutes through our first half. 6 minutes to go till our halftime, where we'll have the Magnet Electric halftime report. And as it stands now, a 27-10 lead for Mineral Point over Marshall. Here's Miggins in the corner. Conley back up top to Miggins. Now over to Nickel. Nickel looks on the baseline to Kleinheinz inside. Kenyon Miggins. That ball tipped around. Kenyon Miggins ends up with it. Mineral Point. Tight defense inside. Kleinheinz finds space for 2. He's got 7, and that'll make it 27-12. Mineral Point. Lindsay. Past his defender, works into the lane, over to Dannenberg. He'll try for 3. In and out, no good for Tucker Dannenberg. Rebounded by Kenyon Miggins. Miggins up the floor with authority, and Potterton gets called for the foul. That'll be Potterton's second. And that'll send Kenyon Miggins to the line for 2, looking for his first bucket, first points of the night. His free throw up and good on number 1. We're brought to you by Brian Steffes Construction, your local WIC building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put WIC Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. We're brought to you as well by Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulation can enhance your energy savings, air sealing, and mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam in Dickeyville. That second made free throw good by Miggins to make it 27-14. Mineral Point with the lead. Lindsay in the far corner. He'll go over to Dempsey. Now Wenhausen to Lindsay. Back to Wenhausen. Makes 1 miss. Step back 3. Man in his face, and it's good! Wenhausen with 19 to make it 30-14. Mineral Point. Miggins flips it over to Nickel in the corner. Back to Miggins. Now to the opposite side, Conley. Next pass there to Conley. His 3-ball short, and Ashelman boards it. 4:24 to go until halftime. 30-14, Mineral Point. Wenhausen makes a man miss. He'll back it out here to Lindsay. Back to Wenhausen. Good D there by Jalen Miggins. Lindsay will go back to Wenhausen. That one poked out. Guys on the floor. Saved to Lindsay. Ashelman catches the Hail Mary up top into the lane. For 2. Count it. And 1. Mineral Point can do no wrong offensively. That'll be the second foul on Kleinheinz. And Ashelman's got a shot to make it a 19-point lead. his free throw up, and it is good. Ashelman's got 9 for Mineral Point, and it's 33-14 with under 4 to go till the halftime break. Kenyon Miggins to his right now backs things out to Jalen Miggins into the corner to Conley. Inside, back out, 3-ball up, and a foul on Dempsey, so that'll send Brady Kleinheinz to the line for 3. That's Dempsey's second. Our game today brought to you by Burnham Lumber Rui. See Burnham Lumber for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential projects. Burnham Lumber in Rui. Brought to you as well by Farmers Implement Mineral Point, proudly supporting Mineral Point Pointer basketball. At Farmers Implement Mineral Point, service been a tradition for over 40 years. That first free throw, no good. 2 more on the way. Eggers Enterprise at Mineral Point, specializing in residential and commercial landscaping and hardscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on the web or Facebook and call Lane today. Kleinheinz, good on 2, 1 more. He's up to 8 on the night. His third good. 2 for 3 for Kleinheinz to give him 9. And make our score here 33-16, Mineral Point. Ashelman to his right, into the lane. That one rolls in and out, but a foul will put Ashelman at the line for another pair of free throws. That foul is going to go on Carson Connolly. Ashelman to get 2. First one, no good. Well, let's get a check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, La Crosse, Aquinas, and Cumberland, where looks like at halftime it's a 38-28 lead for Aquinas over Cumberland. Ashelman, good on 1 of 2. That puts him into double figures and makes our score here 34-16. This one stolen away by Dempsey. Pointers going the other way. Lindsay on the near side wing. Pressured, goes over to Ashelman, and that's an over and back on Drew Ashelman. Not aware of where he's at on the floor, and a Mineral Point turnover. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point. Ivy's Construction is a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction, Mineral Point, Ritchie Implement and Cobb, Barneville, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. 3 minutes to go in our first supply first half, 34-16 Mineral Point. There's a 3-ball for Kenyon Miggins. That'll make it 34-19 Mineral Point, and it's his first made field goal of the night. Back the other way, Dempsey from the corner into the lane. No good on the glass. Board tipped out from Potterton to the pointers. Wenhausen with the response. Wenhausen with 22. He lights it up from deep again. That one tipped, and it'll be Marshall ball. Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside service, and long-distance transport. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. Here's Miggins. Over to Jalen Miggins. Shot there by Jalen Miggins, no good. High-flying rebound for Max Temple. Now Kenyon Miggins. Goes over here to Ruelas. Back to Miggins. Miggins takes a pull-up jumper, and it's short. Out of bounds. Last touch by Dempsey. It'll stay with Marshall. Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware Hank and Napa dealer. See Rob Krantz and the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full-service repairs on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts in Fenimore. Bytech Resource Management, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe and Sloan. Implement your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington. Cuba City, Montfort, at sloans.com. Miggins to inbound this one from under his own bucket, trying to find a spot to go. Nice find through the defense. Back to Miggins, and he gets 2 on the glass. Miggins up to 7, and it's 37-21 Mineral Point with 1:40 to go in the first supply first half. Ashelman over to Lindsay. He goes behind the back. Potterton in the lane, back out to Wenhausen. Wenhausen loses it, and it's stolen away by Jalen Miggins. Miggins the other way. Over to Kenyon Miggins. Now Nickel in the corner. Looks inside. Dannenberg gets in there. And we'll get a foul on Dannenberg. That's Tucker Dannenberg's first. The 8th on Mineral Point will send Conley to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Front end, good by Conley. His first point of the night. He'll get one more. One more free throw on the way for Conley. That one no good. Back iron. Rebound falls out to Wenhausen. 1:13 to go. 37-22. Mineral Point. Lindsay. Over to Wenhausen. Wenhausen tipped away from him again. Able to regain possession. He goes over to Ashelman. 1 to go in the first half. Ashelman to his left. Leads for Dannenberg. Lindsay. Trying to back down into the lane. Up over the defender. That one in and out. No good. Boarded by Nickel. Marshall back the other way. Miggins into the lane. Kicks out. Conley. 3 from the corner is short. Rebounded by Lindsay. 35 seconds. Pointers will take the last shot of the half. For Mineral Point, Wenhausen's got 22 leading the way this half. Ashelman with 10 in control right up top. Down to 20 seconds. Ashelman getting counted off, works to his left. Trips, stumbles, and a timeout called for by Mineral Point. 9.5 until our halftime break. We'll keep it here for this one. Don't go anywhere. As we mentioned, we'll have our halftime report presented by Magnet Electric at the break. For now, we'll tell you our broadcast is brought to you by Boz Electric. Call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Boz Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler, and at WCC-Brands.com. People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. And Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Brought to you as well by Claire Bank, with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 9.5 seconds. Ashelman inbounds to Lindsay. Wenhausen, 4 seconds. Takes a fadeaway jumper, and he's fouled. Wenhausen will get 2 free throws to close out our half. That's the first foul on that's the second foul, rather, on Jalen Miggins. And a pair of free throws on the way for Jackson Wenhausen. He has 22, just as many points, and now with that one, he has more points individually than Marshall. Wenhausen's second free throw up and good as well. 24 first half points for Jackson Wenhausen. We'll get a half-court heat from Miggins, and that one almost went at the break. It's Mineral Point, 39. Marshall, 22. We'll take a break here. Back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Join WGLR and Pioneer Ag in Lancaster to celebrate National Ag Day Tuesday, March 18th from 10 a.m. to noon inside Pioneer Ag Showroom. There will be snacks, refreshments, and lots of giveaways, including a bag of Darlington seed corn and alfalfa. Everyone who stops in gets a pint of Vesperman ice cream or a gallon of Prairie Farm milk from New Horizons while supplies last. Pioneer Ag of Lancaster, your local dealer for Dairyland Seed.
In Game 3.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, where it's Mineral Point leading Marshall 39-22 at the half. We're tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway. For free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his group, McNett Electric, are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural business and commercial needs. McNett Electric of Belmont. We'll take another break here. It's the McNett Electric halftime report after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4. From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech, this is where you belong.
In Game 4.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports, and this is the McNett Electric halftime report for all your electrical needs. Call McNett Electric of Belmont with the Mineral Point High School Pep Band. In the background, your halftime entertainment here at Verona High School in this beautiful field house. Great opportunity for all the athletes here to be able to play in this beautiful gym for a chance at a sectional title and a trip to Madison. Well, taking a look at what we're noticing, when a team's shooting the ball as well as Mineral Point is here tonight, kind of hard to do anything about it. On the defensive end, Mineral Point's been successful too. They've been able to force a lot of turnovers with that 1-3-1 zone look they've been giving. Brady Kleinheinz on the other side has been giving a good look for the Cardinal, and Kenyon Miggins starting to heat up at the end of that first half. They'll need a little more juice from their top guys to try and get back into this one. Let's take a look at some numbers here through our first 18 minutes of play. For Marshall, Brady Kleinheinz has 9 points, Kenyon Miggins 7. 1 apiece for Carson Conley and Teseo Ruleas, and 4 points for Jalen Miggins. On the other side for Mineral Point, Keaton Dempsey's got 2 at the free throw line. Lindsey has 1 made 3-point shot. Drew Ashelman has 10. And Jackson Wenhausen's got 24. To sum things up for you, a tweet posted here by Rob Hernandez, a screenshot of his radar in the area. It's not showing up on the radar, but Jackson Wenhausen of Mineral Point is making it rain in Verona. He certainly is. Wenhausen with 24 to lead the way for the Pointers. We'll take another break here and talk keys to the second half after this on 97.7 Country WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Queen Bee Radio Wisconsin is your home for local high school sports, Milwaukee Brewer baseball, extensive egg programming, digital tactics, and so much more. I'm Denise Deaton-Tolzman, and I would love to show you where your business can get with a comprehensive marketing plan with Queen Bee Radio. Call me today at 608-642-0523.
In Game 5.
Back at 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the McNett Electric halftime report. Now let's talk keys to the second half for Mineral Point. they've done a good job of limiting fouls so far. There's 2 apiece on Dempsey, Potterton, and Phillips. So those guys in the post specifically need to watch out. Mineral Point certainly does not want to get into foul trouble with the guys they've got in the middle. Other than that, Mineral Point's done a good job at the free throw line, and obviously their shots are falling. On the other side, Marshall. The hard part is beating that Mineral Point 1-3-1. They've certainly shown they have the guys to do it offensively. Klein, Hines, and the Miggins. Kenyon and Jalen have been doing a good job when they've had open shots. That's been the challenge, is getting around the Mineral Point defense. So we'll see if that's something that they're able to do here as we approach our second half. We'll tell you our game today is brought to you by Ritchie Implement in Cobb, Barneveld, Darlington, and Lancaster. See your inventory and employment opportunities at richiesinc.com. Mound City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at a Mound City Bank to apply offers subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. We're brought to you by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have excellent care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point, congratulates the Mineral Point boys basketball team on a great season. For tune-ups, new tires, and complete diagnostics, visit the experts at Dan's Auto Center, Mineral Point. Brian Steffes Construction is your local Wick Building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put Wick Buildings your dreams and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. Eggers Enterprise in Mineral Point, specializing in residential commercial landscaping, now including lawn care and hydro seeding. They'll always exceed your expectations. Check them out on Facebook and call Lane today. Farmers Implement Mineral Point proudly supports Mineral Point Pointer basketball. At Farmers Implement Mineral Point, service has been a tradition for over 40 years. Upland Hills Health and Clinic, celebrating 50 years of trusted and timeless compassion. Good luck, Pointers. Burnham Lumber Rui. See Burnham Lumber for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential projects. Burnham Lumber Rui. We're also brought to you today by Sub-Zero Spray Foam. Visit SubZeroSprayFoam.com to see how spray foam insulating can help enhance your energy savings, air sealing, mold prevention, and more. Sub-Zero Spray Foam of Dickeyville. Brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's Ortho Team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco. PAC provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Law Office is here to assist you with your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin. Russell Law Offices and Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. The second half comes your way after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Improved incentives are waiting for you at Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Now through March 31st, shop Anderson Weber's wide selection of new Toyota Tacomas with savings of up to $4,000 off MSRP. Finance a new Tacoma as low as 1.99% APR for 60 months. Visit Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque or AndersonWeberToyota.com for selection and to find out if you qualify for special financing. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you're ready.
In Game 6.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. About to get underway in our second half here. It'll be Marshall ball. They are now working to the far side of the court as we see it on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel and as I see it from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Here's Kenyon Miggins. He had 7 in that first supply first half. Mineral Point still working this 1-3-1 zone look. Over to Jalen Miggins. Up top to Daniel Nickel. Nickel. Back to Miggins. Now this one stolen away. Wenhausen going the other way. One man to beat. He'll take it all the way and lay it off the glass. 4-2. Wenhausen picks up where he left off, and he's got 26 points. It's 41-22, Mineral Point. Here's the entry pass. That one tipped away and stolen away to Eli Lindsay. He'll slow it down for the Pointers. Lindsay over to Ashelman. Wenhausen up top, looks for Lindsay. Gonna go to work on Nickel, spinning inside. Lindsay fouled. That's the second on Nickel, and it's free throws coming up here for Eli Lindsay. Lindsay will get 2 free throws here. First one up and good. He gets the friendly bounce there. Lindsay had that early made three-pointer, but nothing since then until that free throw. His second one up and good as well. Gets the good bounce on 2, so it's now 43-22 Mineral Point, a minute into our second half. Back the other way is Marshall. Nickel goes out here to Ruelas. Ruelas, cross-court pass to Jalen Miggins. He's on the wing. Now Nickel in the corner. Kicks here, some trouble. Wenhausen got it. Going the other way, and that's 2 more on the glass for Wenhausen. And a timeout from Coach Sweefel and Marshall. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Do you enjoy playing sports and watching other people compete? Here's a great opportunity for you to get involved. You can make significant income while providing a great community service by becoming a WIAA licensed official. It gives you the opportunity to be involved, stay in shape, and assist in providing the lifelong lessons from education-based athletics. Signing up is easy. Just go to WIAAWI.org. Access the Officials tab to get started today. This message is from Queen Bee Radio and the WIAA.
Thinking about going back to school? It's a big step, but you don't have to take it alone. Southwest Tech is here to help. Join them at their Dodgeville Outreach Center, 1206 North John Street, on Wednesday, March 19th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Learn about career options, short-term programs, flexible class schedules, and support available to help you succeed. No pressure, just information. Bring the kids, enjoy some refreshments, and take that first step towards something great. Southwest Tech, your future starts here.
In Game 7.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's 45-22 Mineral Point, 16:40 until one of these teams punches a ticket to Madison, where they will meet Bonduelle, the Prairie School, and the winner of La Crosse Aquinas and Cumberland. Here's Miggins up top, goes over to Ruelas, back to Kenyon Miggins. Makes Lindsay miss, now out to Nickel. He'll try the 3, and it's short, but we'll get a foul on Dannenberg. That loose ball foul will keep it with Marshall. That is going to be foul number 2 on Tucker Dannenberg, the second of the half on Mineral Point. Dempsey checks in for Mineral Point, and a check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large embedded shoe store in the Midwest. It's 53-35, Aquinas leading Cumberland, so looking like it'll be Aquinas at Mineral Point. Phillips steals that one away and calls the timeout. Mineral Point will take 30. We'll keep it here with you for this one. 45-22, Mineral Point in charge. Looking like our state field is going to be the Bonduelle Bears. They got the 1 seed in their bracket. La Crosse Aquinas, they got the 1 seed in their bracket. And the Prairie School, who actually got the 7 seed, the 6 seed rather, playing a 7-seeded team in Cedar Grove, Belgium. That one close. It came down to the very end. The Prairie School actually has a losing record on this year as they enter the state tournament. But if you get hot at the right time, that's really all that matters. Here comes Mineral Point the other way. Lindsay poked away from behind by Brady Kleinhines. We'll keep it on this end with Mineral Point. Pointers calling out their play. Ashelman will inbound it from right in front of where Coach Burgeson sits on the bench. Inbound here goes to Lindsay. Ashelman in the lane alone for 2. Ashelman with 12 to make it 47-22, Mineral Point. That pass poked out of bounds by Phillips. It'll stay on this end with the Cardinal. Just about 2 minutes gone in the half. Inbound here, now into the lane. Kleinheinz, that's rejected. Mineral Point the board. 15:50 in the in the second half, rather, excuse me. 47-22 Pointers. Ashelman on the near-sided wing to Wenhausen up top. He's got 6 made three-point baskets tonight. Into Lindsay. Dempsey. 3-ball on the way, short. Grabs his own miss, and that one out of bounds. Last touch by Marshall. Dempsey to inbound from in front of his own basket. Marshall fans rise to their feet. They'll try and breathe a little life into this Cardinal side. Inbound going to go to Phillips. Wenhausen, Phillips inside, and no one there, but we'll get a charge on Phillips. I don't think he realized that, and that's his third foul. So Jake Phillips with 3. We'll bring Potterton in. Back the other way. Ruelas over here to Nickel. Back to Ruelas. Now Jalen Miggins near the free throw line. And we'll get a foul here on Lindsay. That's Eli Lindsay's first. And that'll be the third on the Pointers. Inbound here to Kenyon Miggins. 3 minutes gone in the first half. 47-22. Mineral Point Cardinals still looking for their first bucket out of the half. Dempsey blocks the jumper. Right back to Miggins. Now Kenyon Miggins throws it away to Ashelman. Up ahead, Lindsay stops and pops, gets the 2. Lindsay up to 7 on the night with that one. And this one will be Mineral Point ball. Mineral Point on a 10-0 run to open the second half. Here's Lindsay. 14-30. Ashelman, Wenhausen, fakes once. Back to Ashelman on the wing. Ashelman leaves for Wenhausen. Man in his face, the 3 is short, rebounded by Ruelas. Back the other way, Cardinal lose it. Miggins picks it up, and it's blocked by Lindsay. Lindsay, no look pass. Wenhausen, 3-ball, got it. What an electric play for Mineral Point. Wenhausen's got 31 on 7 made threes. (52-22) Mineral Point, and a timeout by Marshall. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Hi, this is Will Dunson with Dubuque Mattress. Why is a Dubuque Mattress customer a customer for life? It's simple. At Dubuque Mattress, the customer is number 1. Period. The customer's happiness is the most important thing. If there is anything I can do to help you sleep better, I will. Whether it's while you're looking at a new mattress, 6 months later, or 10 years after you've purchased from us, you are still number 1.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 8.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point is on a 13-0 run to open the second half. They lead it 52-22 in the sectional final. Here's Potterton. Up top into Lindsay, and Lindsay gets 2 on the glass. Eli Lindsay's got 9, and it's 54-22 Mineral Point. Back the other way for the Cardinal. Here's Miggins on the far side wing. Kicks over to here to Ruelas. Ruelas with 1 point tonight. Conley back to Ruelas. Near the free throw line, he stops, and a turnover. Dempsey the steal. Wenhausen the other way. A 3-ball. It's good! Wenhausen's got 8 made triples. He's up to 34 on the night. Back the other way. Inside, another Marshall turnover. This one been all Mineral Point here, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a look at Jackson Wenhausen nearing his career high in points. That came against Platteville this year. And a little extracurricular activities on the floor. That is the 3rd foul on Brady Kleinheinz. We'll tell you, actually, Wenhausen's career high coming into the night was 33. That came against Platteville in February. He's got 34 here, so it is a new career high. And a little chippy here between Kleinheinz and Potterton. Inbound here goes to Ashelman up top. Lindsay, turnaround Jay, good. Lindsay into double figures there. And it's 59-22 Mineral Point. Marshall still looking for their first points in this second half. Inside, out of bounds, it'll stay with the Cardinal. Looks like Coach Zwiefel having a discussion with the official. And we're ready to get back underway. It'll be Ruelas to inbound it. Inbound goes to Connolly. Up top, Kenyon Miggins to the free throw line to pull up Jay. No good. Rebounded by Wenhausen. 12:26 to go. 59-22 Mineral Point. Lindsay. Over to Ashelman. Ashelman leaves for Lindsay. Lindsay circling inside. Right-handed floater won't go. Rebounded by Kleinheinz. Back the other way. Ruelas short. Rebound to Ashelman, or Wenhausen rather. Back the other way, Lindsay in the near corner. Over to Wenhausen. Into the lane. Into pressure, and it's free throws. That foul is going to go on Temple. That's Temple's 3rd. 2 free throws on the way for Wenhausen, looking to add to a scoring total. First one good for Wenhausen. He's got 35. Daniel Nickel in for the Cardinal, as well as Jose Ayala Santa Cruz. Wenhausen's second free throw, good. He's got 36 points. Other way for the Cardinal, the 3-ball, good there. By Kenyon Miggins to put him to 10. And ladies and gentlemen, that 22-0 Mineral Point run comes to an end on that 3-ball. 61-25 Mineral Point. Lindsay up top to Ashelman. Back to Lindsay. Now Ashelman into the lane. The floater short. And the 3-ball good on the other end. for Carson Conley. Conley up to 4 on the night. That'll make it 61-28. Dempsey over to Ashelman, back to Dempsey. Lindsay into the lane. He'll go up with it. No good. Potterton, the board, can't get the putback. He gets another rebound. He's fouled and one. That foul is going to be on Jose Ayala Santa Cruz, the 4th on the Cardinal, and Potterton has got a chance to make it 3 here. Free throw up, no good for Potterton, 63-28, Mineral Point. A check in the record book for Wenhausen, by the way. He's got 36 tonight, 11 off for Mineral Point's single game scoring record, still held by Pat Murphy with 47. Daniel Nickel gets the triple there. That's his first points on the night to make it 63-31, Mineral Point. Lindsay kicks over to Dempsey. Dempsey to Bossert into the game for the first time tonight. Lindsay on the far side corner with the right hand, guarded by Nickel on the perimeter as we approach and now hit the 10-minute mark in this evening's sectional final. Dempsey on the wing. Leaves for Wenhausen. He'll try a 3, and it's no good. Potterton, the board, and the putback. (65-31) Mineral Point. Now we'll get a 3 on the other end from Conley. That one's short. Rebound will drop out of bounds where it'll be Mineral Point basketball. Phillips into the game for Mineral Point. Ashelman as well, and what we might likely see be the final minutes of Eli Lindsay in this one. Bossert comes out of the corner and backs it out here, 9:18 to play. Between the legs, goes over to Dempsey. Ashelman works it along the baseline, kicks to Phillips. Phillips out to Wenhausen. Wenhausen, heat check 3 is good! Wenhausen's got 39! Back the other way. Nickel up top on the wing. There's Temple now over to Kenyon Miggins. Back to Temple. Temple into traffic. Miggins maintains possession. He'll take the floater, and it drops. Kenyon Miggins up to 12 on the night with that one, and it's 68-33 Mineral Point. Ashelman over to Wenhausen. 3 for 40. He got it! Wenhausen has made 10 three-pointers, and he's got 42 points. Wenhausen is 5 points away from Mineral Point's all-time single-game scoring record. The steal. Ashelman will take it all the way himself for 2. Here's Miggins. 3 ball from Santa Cruz. Putback won't go. Wenhausen the board. Wenhausen poked away and stolen away from behind him by Max Temple. Up ahead. Connolly. We'll get a 3 ball here in the corner, and that's good. Daniel Nickel, his second made tray, and a timeout for Coach Zwiefel and the Cardinal. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 9.
Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
Turn your backyard into the ultimate destination with a new Bullfrog Spa from Mass Water Technology. During Mass Spring Hot Tub Sale, get a free luxury package upgrade or instant rebate of up to $1,000 on select Bullfrog Spas through March 24th. Mass luxury upgrade adds high-end features that elevate your already premium spa. Plus, Bullfrog Spa's exclusive jetpack therapy system lets everyone customize their massage for a personalized experience that makes every gathering more special. Visit Mass Water Technology in Platteville and Dubuque before their spring sale ends March 24th. Bullfrog Spas. Peaceful body, peaceful mind, peaceful home.
Game 9.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Creamy Radio Sports YouTube channel. Ashelman up top, over to Lindsay. Wenhausen, screen, Lindsay, won't shoot it. Wenhausen, three, no good. And it looks like Mineral Point trying to get Wenhausen this record. Into the lane, will get a foul on the Pointers. That'll be the fourth on Phillips. Inbound here to Santa Cruz. That's Romeo, rather. Going the other way. Ashelman to the hole for two. Ashelman's got 16, and it's 75-36 Mineral Point. Three ball here from Connolly. That's good. Carson Connolly with his second made three to give him 7 on the night. 5:50 to go. 75-39 Mineral Point. Ashelman, Wenhausen, over to Lindsay. Back to Ashelman, Lindsay. Ashelman guarded tightly by Max Temple, and it looks like Mineral Point has got some subs ready to come in. We'll get a substitution timeout for the Pointers. And Jackson Wenhausen comes off the floor. He'll finish short of that scoring record, but definitely going to be up there all time. 42. Brylan Lee, the inbound here. 5.5 to play. 75-39 Mineral Point. Dannenberg up top here. Over to Grady Finley. Finley. Dannenberg, corner. Brylan Lee drives it. He'll go back out to Grady Finley. Finley into the lane, into trouble, and it's stolen away. Max Temple the other way goes up to Teseo Ruelas. Ruelas got it on the left side. Three ball here from Connolly. In and out, no good. Up top, Ruelas off the screen into the lane for two. Got it and one. That foul going to go on Brett Bossert, his first. Dannenberg will come out here. Teseo Ruelas will get one here. It's no good. Rebound to the Cardinal. Ruelas into the lane. Fouled again. This time he'll get two. That foul going to go on Hudson Schrader, his first. 2 free throws on the way, and first one no good. The clock will run. Second one drops. Ruleas has 4. Torin Vomstad in for Mineral Point. Reed Vaca into the game for Marshall. Marshall on the floor right now. Jackson Reichelt, Vaca. Logan Ney out there with Andy Romero. Out there as well with Anthony Rodriguez for Mineral Point. It's Hudson Schrader, Brylan Lee, Grady Finley, Cole Ripp, and Torin Vomstad. Schrader into the lane. Ripp goes up and gets the pair. We're bringing the ladder out here at Verona. Over here to Vaca. Into the lane goes Reichelt. Out to Romeo. Romeo with 2:25 to play. Pull-up jumper is short. Finley with the board. Finley the other way. Fires to Vomstad. Vomstad will go out to Schrader. Now Finley tries the 3, and it's good. Pointers hit 80. Carson Schrader into the game, Wyatt Pete into the game, and Mineral Point plays their entire 16-man rotation. We'll get a 3-ball here for Marshall. That one off the mark. That's Reed Vaca. Rebound goes to Jackson Reichelt, and he's fouled. Hits the deck kind of hard. Pulled up by his teammate. Glad to see him get up all right. We'll have free throws on the way for the Cardinal. Folks, don't go anywhere after this. We have the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show. Shoot 2 free throws on the way for Jackson. Reichelt, first one, good. Second one, good as well. 2 made free throws for Jackson Reichelt. We'll make it 80-44, Mineral Point. Finley goes over to Wyatt Pete. Pete loses it and will commit the foul. Clock continues to run here. 2 free throws on the way for Reed Vaca. Front end, no good. Rebound to Mineral Point. And we'll hold it out. Well, Pointer fans, last year was your first trip back to state in 10 years. And now the Mineral Point Pointers, in dominant fashion, go back-to-back. They're Year 4 sectional champions in 2025. Your final score tonight, Mineral Point 80, Marshall 44. Mineral Point's going to Madison next week. We'll take a break here from Verona. We're back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 10.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Spring into action at Farm Fair 2025, happening now at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. Through March 19th, gear up for the season with everything for raising chickens, including starter grower feed, 5-pound bags at $7.75, and Mama Pro chicken starter for just $9.75. Plus, get everything for your warming house, such as brooder lamps and nesting boxes. Let's get growing.
Hi, this is Karen at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. We are proud to be a member of the communities we serve for all your agriculture needs for the job you do.
In Game 10.
Back at 97.7 Country WGLR and the Creamy Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point, 80-44. Your final score. It's the 6th sectional championship in school history, and the Pointers are headed to Madison next week. The Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Creamy Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
And patience from my head of dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Parents, we know we can't protect our kids from everything. Eventually, they're going to bump their heads or scrape their knees. But we can protect them from 6 types of cancer. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a common, preventable virus that can cause cancer later in life. The HPV vaccine prevents human papillomavirus and all the cancers it can cause. The American Cancer Society recommends getting your sons and daughters the HPV vaccine starting at age 9 to protect them later in life.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic.
You couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees and a UV index of 3.
This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow. Looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know. Looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice.
Incredible.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov.
/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel on yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving influence to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Learn how you can help at nationalcasagal.org.
It is time for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Edward Jones is a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queenie Radio Sports YouTube channel as the Pointers cut down the net here in Verona. They're your sectional champions. 80-44 is your final score. We'll keep it here for quite a while as After these pointers cut down the nets, we'll hear from some victorious pointers and Coach Dan Burrison. This is Coach Burrison's third sectional championship. 2015 last year, in 2024, and now in 2025. Mineral Point, they're going to go back to Madison and look to defend their crown that they earned last year. Let's take a look at some stats here tonight. First for Marshall, Brady Kleinheinz finishes with 9 points. For Kenyon Miggins, it's 12. Jackson Reichelt has 7. Carson Conley also with 7. Teseo Ruleas has 4. Jalen Miggins finishes with 4, and Daniel Nickel puts up 6. And for Mineral Point, Cole Ripp has 2. It's 3 for Grady Finley. Keaton Dempsey has 2. Atlee Potterton 4. And Mineral Point, once again, led by the big 3. Eli Lindsay 11. Drew Ashelman 16. And Jackson Wenhausen 44 points. An offensive explosion for the Mineral Point senior. Was fairly close early in this one, and then even going into the break. Not that big of a deficit. 39-22. But when you open the half on a 22-0 run, which is what Mineral Point did, it gets pretty tough to mount any sort of comeback. For any Mineral Point fans listening here who didn't have the opportunity to make it up to Verona tonight, but would still like to celebrate with the team, we can tell you that Mineral Point High School will be hosting a pep rally at Mineral Point at 9:45. Bring back the sectional champions as they get set to go to state next week. Otherwise, Mineral Point, it all started on the defensive end, like Coach Dan Burrison said in the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. He was able to keep that pressure on defensively, get in the way of those passing lanes, and now Coach Dan Burrison with the admittedly not so excited look, but definitely excited, will go up and cut down the rest of that net. Very, very happy for him in his 30th year. A Hall of Fame head coach is bringing his team back to state again. Another programming note just in from Steve Prestegard. Cuba City on their championship season in girls basketball will have a pep rally tonight. They'll be escorted into Dickeyville around 8 p.m., then travel through Kieler on the way back to Cuba City High School to celebrate their championship. For Mineral Point, sectional champs once again. Got some sectional champion Mineral Point pointers come out and speak with us shortly. Some other score updates on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. They're just rolling in from Steve Prestegard. Wisconsin 77, Michigan State 74. For anyone who didn't watch that one on CBS earlier today or listen to it on AM 1590 WPVL, that was a very, very nerve-wracking game, but the Badgers came out ahead in that one and got the win. They will play Michigan tomorrow for the Big Ten Championship on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. That one, big for the Badgers. They're playing to get up on that 3-2 seed line. Might be a little bit out of the question at this point. Dan Gavitt spoke about where the committee's at, and it sounds like most of those low seed lines, those high seed lines rather, low numbers at 1 through around 7, 8, 9, mostly decided at this point. A couple contingencies based on what's happening left in the tournament. Another big question, who's going to get the number 1 overall seed? Is it going to be Auburn or Duke? Auburn, of course, has not been too spectacular as of late. Tennessee defeated them today in the SEC semifinals. And Duke, they're playing for an ACC championship tonight At halftime, they're down, however, without Cooper Flagg, going against the former Badger, Chucky Hepburn, and the Louisville Cardinals. It's 38-33 at the break. No personal bias here, but I think Duke should be the number 1 overall seed. We'll hear from Coach Burrison, Eli Lindsay, and Jackson Wenhausen shortly. In high school results from earlier today, Cuba City defeated St. Mary's Catholic 53-50. It's their 12th state championship in D4. And as I mentioned earlier, with how good some of those coaches were in those teams and girls basketball in the area, it really goes to show Cuba City, it's their 12th state championship. On the other side, Barneveld came just short to Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. The final there was 34-30. Assumption with the win in the D5 state crown. Ultimately a good performance for them. Jim Myers, truly one of the best around. He's bringing another trophy back home to Barneveld. It's a lot of talent in the area. I'd like to congratulate both of those teams on their great season. All of our girls' teams on a great season now that this year is over. All year we see it, and once again with Barneveld, with Cuba City, there is so much talent in high school basketball in Wisconsin, and that was on full display at the Resch Center. Has been all weekend. A lot of great basketball been on as of late. We'll now bring in some Mineral Point Pointers who are sectional champions, headed back to state for the second time in 2 years. Eli Lindsay, welcome to the postgame show.
Thank you, Matthew.
All right, so first question I've got for you is, you kind of break open a lead a little bit early. Is this the first time in your career you've ever opened a second half on a 22-0 run?
Matthew, I don't have the sharpest memory when it comes to that, but I think it might be. I hope that was the first time that's ever happened.
All right, now, talking about this one early, Jalen Miggins hit a couple jumpers. Obviously, a lot of talent on this team. Brady Kleinheinz had a good first half as well. He picked up 9 points in the first half. What challenges is they're playing Marshall, especially when they've already seen you this year? Now they've got to play you again.
For sure. I mean, they're a great team, and kind of like Coach has been saying all week, if you let them catch and shoot, they're going to be a very dangerous team. So especially in our 1-3-1, when you don't got a man, Matthew, it's kind of hard to know exactly where everyone is, and you got to get a hand up on shooters like that. And then just the Miggins brothers, just those two, they work so well off each other. Kenyon finds Jalen all the time, it seems like, and then they got great shooters like Kleinheinz and Nichols out on the three-point line. So they are really a good team, and they had a great season.
Yeah, and you guys also, though, able to create a lot of steals and points in transition. That all starts with the 1-3-1. How do you feel about how your defense performed tonight and then how that turned into offense?
Yeah, like you said, the defense turned into offense for us, and I feel like that's why the lead kept building. And I'll shout out to the coaches. Our 1-3-1's awful if we don't have our coaches teaching us what to do and what spot to be in and where the ball is and stuff like that. So great job to all my teammates getting their hands up, getting steals, and big shout out to Jackson Whitehouse. And that one might go down in the MP history books, Matthew.
It almost did. He finished just 5 points away from the single-game scoring record. Let's talk state now. Bondwell picks up a 56-44 win over Auburndale. The Prairie School with a close 61-58 win over Cedar Grove, Belgium. And we don't have a score, but we do know that La Crosse Aquinas takes down Cumberland pretty handily. So it's you, Aquinas, the Prairie School, and Bondwell going to state. Your early thoughts, not knowing who your opponent is on the state field this year.
Yeah, no matter what year it is, Matthew, it's the state tournament. It's the top 4 teams in this division going there. So, there's not going to be an easy game up there. No matter what draw we get, no matter what seed we get, every game we're going to have to bring our best, as you saw last year. Both of our shots came down to the very end. So, yeah, we're going to have to bring our best for every game up there for sure.
All right, that's Eli Lindsay of the Mineral Point Pointers. Congrats on your sectional championship. We'll see you at the Cole Center next week.
Thank you, Matthew.
There's Eli Lindsay. We'll hopefully bring in a couple more pointers coming up next as we celebrate this sectional championship here for the Pointers from Verona, and we'll do so after a break. Our final break back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queeby Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Hey Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Paralyzed Veterans of America believes the veterans who've served and sacrificed deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to homes, communities, meaningful employment, and the veterans' benefits they've earned. With PVA staff working inside VA hospitals, no other veterans organization has provided more real-time ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at pva.org.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/one small step. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Post game, 2 minutes.
Back on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, now joined by Jackson Wenhausen of the sectional champion Mineral Point Pointers. 42 points, pretty big performance tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Matthew.
All right, so coming into this one, what's your mindset going into this one, especially offensively, and going into it with the intensity that you did, scoring a lot of points right from the get-go?
I mean, we played them in the regular season. We handled it pretty well, but we knew coming into this atmosphere, the section final atmosphere, it was going to be a completely different game, and we knew that we had to come out with the offensive firepower right away.
Now, were there any challenges or differences that you saw from the first time you played Marshall until now that took some adjustments early on in this game?
Yeah, they started to double some ball screens, double Eli in the post a little bit, but we were just able to find the open guys, slip some screens, and then just find some penetration, and we were able to knock down shots all night.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, I talked to Eli about this too. You guys were able to create a lot of turnovers in the first half, and that led to points in transition. How do you think that really opened up your game really all around?
Defense leads to offense, Matthew, and then we were just trying to stop penetration, close out on shooters, and we did a great job of that all night.
So officially 42 points for you, 10 3-point made, which I don't know if that is a record that we have written down somewhere, but that certainly has to be close to an all-time record. You finished 5 points away from the single game scoring record. Just anything else you have to say in general about this performance and just what you were feeling tonight in this game as you and your team performed so well too, opening the second half on a 22-0 scoring run.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, coming out right out of halftime, we knew every time we go into halftime, we're like, the score is 0-0. We come out right away, come out firing, and we were able to get on a run like that, and then that just kills other teams like that.
And then I asked Eli the same thing. Last question, early thoughts on the state tournament field. It's going to be you, La Crosse Aquinas, Bonduelle, and the Prairie School in Madison next week.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, maybe we need a little luck like we did last year, but hopefully we can get it done.
All right, Jackson Wenhausen, congratulations on the sectional championship. We'll see you in Madison next week. There's Jackson Wenhausen of the Mineral Point Pointers. We'll hear from Coach Dan Burrison, and then after that, we'll wrap things up as we're getting ready to close things out from Verona. Just a reminder for all of our Mineral Point fans listening once again, a 9:45 pep rally at Mineral Point High School to celebrate this state championship, or this sectional championship, rather, excuse me. Take a look at what we've got coming up on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. As I mentioned, we will have the Big Ten Championship tomorrow on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL. That one going to be between Wisconsin and Michigan. See if we can get a time on that for you. That game tips off at 2:30. These two teams have played each other once this year. Now, that one came in that early stretch of Big Ten games. It was actually played in December, a 67-64 win for Michigan. Wisconsin in their last 5, apart from that loss to Penn State, they've won all of their games, whereas on the other side, the Wolverines closed out their regular season on a 3-game skid, losing games to Illinois, Maryland, and Michigan State. They got it done over Maryland today, though, an 81-80 win, and it's all going to come down tonight, or tomorrow afternoon, rather, to Wisconsin and Michigan for that final spot, that auto bid into the NCAA tournament as Big Ten Conference Tournament champions. Other than that, high school girls season is over as of today with our state championship Cuba City Cubans and our state runner-up Barneveld Golden Eagles. And with Platteville and Southwestern falling on Thursday, we are now down to just one team in boys basketball, the Mineral Point Pointers. And now we're going to hear from Dan Burrison, the head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers. Mr. Burrison, you are sectional champs. How does it feel?
Unbelievable. You know, I mean, it's something the kids have really worked for. I just thought, you know, it started on the defensive end tonight, but just really proud of all of our guys. I thought they were locked in from the get-go. Thought they were locked in practice all week, and, yeah, it's a great feeling.
Now, I do want to talk about that defensive look. You come out in a 1-3-1. You're able to get in some of those passing lanes, create a lot of steals, and then that defense leads to offense. What kind of push did that give your team early?
I think it always starts with our defense, and I thought it did tonight. And I think we did a really good job utilizing our length on the defensive end. And it's got to start on that end. Even when shots are going down, it's got to start in the defensive end, and I thought it did tonight.
All right, couple questions for you about how good your offense was here tonight. Jackson Wenthausen, 10 made three-pointers, 42 points. What do you have to say about that special performance from the corner senior?
He had a heck of a night, you know, but he's prepared his whole life for, you know, for moments like this. And I thought we did a heck of a job getting to the ball when he was open.
Now, another thing, when I was talking to Jackson, he said at the half, don't worry about the score. You're coming out 0-0 to start the second half. And if that was the case, then your score would have been 22-0 after that, because you start the second half on a 22-0 run. What does it take to put together and maintain a run like that, and then how does that set you up for the rest of the game?
Well, I just think it's about the guys, and I think it's about being locked in the defensive end. Jackson got those couple picks to start the half, and I think Drew got one. But it's the defensive mindset, right? And I thought our defensive mindset was really good.
Next week, it's going to be you, the Prairie School, Aquinas, and Bonduelle at the state tournament in Madison. Your thoughts on next week and what you're going to do over this next couple of days here to get your guys ready for that tournament?
We're going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll get back to work tomorrow, figure out who we're going to play, and kind of get the scout prepared and get ready to go from that. At least, you know, we were through it a year ago, so we have some kind of idea what to expect. But there's a lot going on this week, so yeah, but we'll enjoy tonight, and then we'll get back to work tomorrow.
All right, Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers, congratulations on back-to-back sectional championships. We'll see you next week.
Matthew, appreciate it.
It's Coach Dan Burrison of the Mineral Point Pointers, your sectional champions, and that should just about do it for all of us here. It's been fun covering this one tonight. What a great game it was between these two teams. We'd like to congratulate Coach Zwiefel, all of the Cardinals. A great season, making it to this stage in the playoffs. No easy task. They played Lemira really close during the season and then picked up a huge win in the sectional semifinals. Season to remember for Marshall, your sectional runners-up, but for Mineral Point, they're your sectional champions, and we'll see them in Madison next week. Thank you to Adam Steiner and the staff here at Verona High School for having us tonight. A lot of technical questions came up yesterday. They were able to help us out with a lot of those. So thank you to all of them for making this broadcast possible. And thank you to our sponsors for making our broadcast possible as well. And thank you to you for tuning into tonight's game. The preceding has been a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation of Grant Regional Health Center at People's State Bank High School Sectional Final Boys Basketball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. I'm Matthew Gannon, as Mineral Point soundly defeats Marshall 80-44. They're your back-to-back sectional champions and headed to Madison next week. And next week on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations, the boys basketball state tournament from the Kohl Center. But for now, signing off from Verona. Have a great rest of your night, folks.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster. Serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen